show. I'm your host, Kelshaw Burke, and today we're going to be talking about how to pursue your life's purpose. On my last episode, we talked about your life's purpose, what it is, and how to find it. And on the episode before that, we talked about the benefits of living your life purpose. And I had my friend Brianna Erica on, who's an artist, and she was telling us about how fulfilled she feels now after living her life's purpose. So after you watched my last two videos and you found out not only the benefits of living your life's purpose, but what your life purpose is and how to find it, now it's time to pursue your life's purpose. And that's what we're going to talk about in this episode. I have a guest, and his name is Jordan Taylor. He is an investor, an entrepreneur, and a solar sales manager. And he's going to pretty much tell us how he has been able to pursue his life purpose, how he's reached to the level of success that he is right now, and some strategies that he uses to maintain the motivation and the commitment to continue to pursue his life's purpose, and how he's able to maintain his life's purpose. So I'm going to invite my guest Jordan Taylor on. Hey Jordan, how's it going?
What's going on?
Good. So what's going on?
Not much. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. So today we're talking about how to pursue your life's purpose. And I don't know if you were able to watch my last episodes, but it was the benefits of living your life's purpose, and then what your life purpose is and exactly how to find that. So now that they know the benefits and how to find your life purpose, we need to talk about how to pursue your life's purpose. So what would you say is a good way to pursue your life's purpose?
Oh, pursuing your life's purpose. That's a pretty broad statement, but one of the things that I'll say is that I didn't know that I was pursuing my life's purpose. I was just more so doing something that felt right to me. Right now, like you said, we started together at Solar City in the solar industry, but that's not where I started.
Okay.
I came from an engineering background. Initially was working a few years doing some project management, stuff like that. But every day when I woke up, didn't have that same excitement. Whenever I would get up in the morning, it was just kind of like I was going to a job.
Okay.
And it never was anything that I wanted to wanted to continue to do on a regular basis, because I could see that was going to spell disaster.
Right.
But a few things happened. I ended up doing work over in California, and I got a tour of this place called SpaceX.
Okay.
And Elon Musk, he's one of my remote mentors.
He's a genius.
Yeah, the guy knows what he's talking about. And I got a tour of the SpaceX facility, and that place just blew my mind. And a lot of the things that he was associated with and he was involved in kind of changed my mindset and put me on a different route and a different trajectory. And like I said, we ended up working together at Solar City, which is one of the companies that he sponsors and he was working with. And from then on out, it changed my life forever. So that was kind of like one of the pivot points in my life. And waking up every day, going to work and doing what I do, it just felt natural and it felt right. And I don't necessarily feel like I go to work every day. It just feels like I wake up and I do what I do.
And that's great that you hit that point, because on the episode of the benefits of living your life's purpose, Brianna Erica strictly talked about that. She was very specific, and she said that she doesn't feel like she's going to work every day. She's just an artist. She's doing her thing. She's doing what she loves to do. And it just so happens that she's able to reap the benefits from living her life's purpose, doing her art. And as we know, some of the benefits are, financial freedom. Everybody may not be rich or wealthy after they find their life's purpose, because what I want people to know is that you don't really have to be a philanthropist to be pursuing your life's purpose. You don't have to be famous. It doesn't have to be some huge job or some huge career. It can be something simple like baking breads in a bakery, in the town bakery, and because you bake the best breads, people are coming to you and they're happy because they love your breads. And because you're making people smile and you're being of service to others and you're doing something that you love to do, that can be your life's purpose. It doesn't have to be something huge like philanthropy. You know, and I think that when you say your life's purpose, people feel like they have to be on this mission to save the world, and that is a great mission. We all contribute in the evolution of the world, but it doesn't have to be this huge thing. It just should be something that you love to do, something that you're good at, something that comes natural to you, and something that is in service to others. So I want to talk about commitment, dedication, and persistence. I believe that commitment is one of the main things that you need to have in pursuing your life's purpose. And the definition of commitment is to promise to be loyal to someone or something. And to be loyal to someone or something, when you are pursuing your life's purpose, you should definitely be loyal to yourself and that pursuit.
Yeah.
So how have you been committed, dedicated, and persistent in your field, and to get you to the point where you're at now? Because you're successful, you're a regional manager, you have a team, you're an investor, you're an entrepreneur, you're working on some things. So how have you been committed, dedicated, and persistent?
Well, commitment, I'll say, is like commitment and dedication. They are probably the most important. And to have that commitment and dedication, I think that every day, when you look at it or when you think about why are you doing this, like what are you waking up for? Because like I said, when I was at that old job, it was a job. And I was like, why am I doing this? Why am I waking up and going to this place every day? Now, whenever I wake up and knowing that I go to work, I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm there for, and I know what my purpose is to do whenever I wake up. And so if I'm going out to help people, if I'm going out to make the world a better place, that's what I know my main goal, my main objective is. And to stay committed to something like that, because it's bigger than me. It's bigger than any one person, and we all have to do our part to be able to make that vision come to fruition. So that's one of the things that I know every day, being able to think about and know that it's such a monumentous goal, it's such a big thing. Mm-hmm. That's one of the ways to be able to continue to look at that on a regular basis and stay committed to what you're doing.
So let's talk about persistence, because how have you been able to be persistent in your field? Because I was in the solar sales industry.
Yeah, you were in these too.
Yeah, but I had to stay persistent because I knew my goals. I knew what I wanted to accomplish. I knew exactly what I wanted to do, and persistence was a big thing in my career and in me being able to achieve my success. Persistence was the main factor because all the different aspects of the solar business, mm-hmm. and the sales portion of the solar business. It's going to be, door knocking. We were in the malls. We were doing all these different things. So sometimes we'd be in the mall. We leave the mall and go door knocking. It was that persistence because you had to get the job done, because when you're working a commission-based job, all your income is based on your efforts. Mm-hmm. So you really have to stay persistent, and that's what I want people to know about pursuing your life's purpose. Is persistence is a big thing. Commitment, dedication, and persistence. Like, be committed, be dedicated, be persistent. If you're going through trials and tribulations, you have obstacles. You're gonna find obstacles. Our life is centered around obstacles, and it's really for us to learn from these obstacles and not let them defeat us. It's really for us to overcome them, and then whenever you have an obstacle, you notice that you always learn from it. So don't look at these obstacles like the world is against you. Look at them as an opportunity to learn and to grow and to be a better version of yourself. So another thing I want people to understand is, and just to know, is you have to do research on your field. You have to read books, read articles, look up people that have already been successful in whatever you're trying to do, and you can follow the way they have done it. Everybody is unique, so you're going to follow it uniquely, but there is a concept: don't reinvent the wheel. Mm-hmm. Many people have been successful in your field, and they have been able to, they've done it. So you want to kind of look at the people who have been successful and follow them in kind of the strategies that they have used to get there.
Yeah.
And you don't want to reinvent the wheel. You want to stay unique to yourself, but you want to go in that direction. So talk about research. And what do you feel like people need to do to pursue their life's happiness? I know that for me, it's you got to do research in your field. You got to look at the people who has been successful in your field. You should read books, watch videos, and pretty much become an expert in your field and the thing that you're trying to do. So how have you been able, what kind of research have you done? And what have you done to become an expert in your field?
Man, it's always ongoing research, education, learning, growth. People always say, mind is a terrible thing to waste. I mean, that's a good one, but I know one of the things I tell my guys is your mind is a weapon. It's a dangerous weapon. Keep it loaded. Right. You can make a really dramatic effect by just spending, any amount of time every day to dedicate to growing yourself and growing your knowledge, because there is always an opportunity for you to be able to use that knowledge, to move yourself forward, to progress yourself, or to be able to help somebody else out. There are a lot of people you see broken down on the side of the road who don't know how to change a tire. Mm-hmm. If you know how to change a tire, why don't you go over there and help them out, or show them how they, need to change that. Right. Researching and educating, that's probably one of the biggest parts of what we do is educating people. Mm-hmm. And to be an educator, you want to have that knowledge, you want to have that background, and it breeds confidence when you know exactly what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. And when you know how to be able to convey that message to another person. Definitely. You need to have that available. Mm-hmm. So always reading, and we live in, it's 2018 now. I don't think that there is any person who knows how to use a computer. Use the internet, people. They never have to have, no excuses. Right. No excuse. We have the most abundance of knowledge available at our fingertips. Mm-hmm. on one of these things. On your phone. On one of these things, and you can get the infinite knowledge of the world right through here. Exactly. So knowledge is key. Knowledge is critical. Mm-hmm. And really, I'm a lifelong learner. I love learning. I love finding out new things. And a lot of times, I'll fascinate myself with some of the things that I'll be able to do where, you get to put together some different ideas and different concepts. And it's like, man, that was a good idea. Right. Pat myself on the back. Right. So it definitely helps with the confidence, makes you feel better about yourself. And then always be able to, if somebody's looking for advice or looking for help with something, you can say, oh yeah, well here's that thing. That's what that is. Right. So knowledge is power. Knowledge is definitely power, and that's all self-development. Mm-hmm. That's all self-development. I think that we should be adamant on our self-development and our self-growth. If you don't have a teacher, if you don't have a mentor, take it upon yourself and learn things on your own. Self-develop. Make self-development a major part of your life, because it is the component in all the goals that you're going to want to reach, is how you have used your time on your self-development. Spend time with yourself every day and take a portion of that time out of the day to self-develop, or do something that's going to help you to grow, help you to learn, help you to be a better version of yourself. So I think the next thing we should talk about is to maintain a healthy mind and body. And the reason why I said that is because, eating habits and exercise and us taking care of ourselves is a big thing in life, and to pursue our goals and to pursue our life's purpose. So I believe that you should eat well, you should exercise often, you should maintain, and it's going to be different for everybody. Certain people have different biologies. Everybody's biology is set up different. It stems around the same general biology, but everybody's makeup is different. So you know what you need to eat. If you don't know, consult a doctor and they'll be able to tell you exactly what's going to be best for your diet. But you should be eating healthy and maintaining a good diet. You should be exercising, and not only the fact that you're going to live longer, you're going to feel better, and you're going to have a clear mind and a healthy body, but you're going to be able to have more energy to pursue your goals, because when you're pursuing your life's purpose, you have to have energy. We live in an infinite universe.
but we do have a finite amount of energy. You do need sleep every night. So you want to be able to conserve that energy and use it for the purposes that you want to use it for, and pretty much for reaching your goals and pursuing your life's purpose. You don't want to waste your energy on people, things, and places that are not contributing to your success and the pursuit of your life purpose and reaching your goals. So food is a major life force. It's a source of our energy. We need to eat well. We need to exercise to pursue our life's purpose. So talk about maybe some eating habits that you have, or how you try to maintain a healthy lifestyle to pursue your life's purpose.
So I guess probably since I've been younger, I've probably been a little bit more conscious of healthier eating. A lot of African Americans, we have problems with high blood pressure, diabetes, so it's all sorts of illnesses related just from, genetic heritage.
Exactly.
So being more conscious and aware of that, I made sure to always be active. I played sports all throughout high school and college. And then even after that, made sure that, I'm constantly making sure that I exercise, I'm in the gym, and always choosing for healthier options. Because at the end of the day, everybody does not have the same ability or capacity to, shop and get all organic food and all non-GMO stuff. So you want to make sure that you're choosing a healthier option. And once you can make that more of a habit, you can always build, and you know that there is something that is healthier. So if you have the option to choose between, a soda and water, you should just drink the water.
Definitely drink the water.
So that's one of the things, and you should just always be aware of it, because it's a lot of times where people eat food and, it's just like after Thanksgiving, you eat a ton of food and you get the itis. That happens on a regular day for a lot of people, and not having that ability to get yourself up and to overcome a physiological like weak point, because you already have to overcome mental weak points. But to overcome a physiological and a mental weak point, to get yourself to get up and move and do things.
And then when the obstacles come, where's the energy?
Right, you're gonna fall flat on your face.
Like, I'm already tired.
Yep.
I'm already lazy right now.
I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'll do it
you
tomorrow.
push it off, and you can't have that type of mentality. So.
Yep. And every time you push it off, then something else comes up, and two things take its place. And then you still have to do that thing the very next day.
Right.
And those things add up and compound. And you wanna be able to attack the day with a lot of energy. A lot of successful people get most of their work done before 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock hits.
Exactly.
So to be able to get up and hit your day early and attack it early gives you so much more time to be able to do those leisure things if that's what you desire to do. For me, I'm probably going to make sure that I get some other things that I might need to do tomorrow.
Right.
Those are the type of habits that you want to build and that you want to be able to get into. But all that starts with the amount of energy that you have in you to go and do those things. So eating healthy and exercising, pay attention. Read a book, learn about nutrition. Learn about how your body will affect you, all the things that you eat will affect you. Because there's a lot of stuff, living here, we got to watch what we eat. Whether you're overweight or you're underweight, it doesn't matter, because, you can be a super slim person and still be super unhealthy. Exactly. You can be an overweight person and that just be something about your body type that, you happen to have a few extra pounds on you, but you eat really healthy. So it always is, like you said, it's person to person. Everybody's physiology is different. But if you know that you're always choosing that healthier option, you're going to be adding years and years onto your life.
Right. And I think that's another main thing. Like, everything we're talking about today are the main components to reach success and pursue your life's purpose. You have to be healthy. You have to maintain a healthy lifestyle. You need the energy. You heard it here and now. Eat healthy, exercise, learn about nutrition. You guys know your own biological makeup. Consult with your doctors, but these are things that you need to do to pursue your life's purpose and to reach your goals and live the life that you want to live. So the next concept we're going to talk about is the people you surround yourself with. So I believe that you need to surround yourself with people who are either supportive, people who are in your corner cheering you on. You also need to surround yourself with people who are in the same field as what you're doing, so you guys can learn and grow together. Or you need to find a mentor. And you really need to make sure that you have supportive people in your corner, because when you don't have supportive people in your corner, either the people that are in the same field as the thing you're doing, or you could have your family behind you cheering you on, your friends, your loved ones, then they become a drain to you, and they drain that essential energy that we're talking about that you need, and they become a distraction is the main thing. My dad used to say, have 3 types of friends in your life. Friends that you can look up to, that can be like a mentor. That's the mentor I'm telling you guys that you guys may need if you want to pursue your life's purpose. Friends that are on the same level as you, that are trying to grow so you guys can learn together, grow together, and you guys are going to be doing the same things and have the same interests. And then friends that are, I don't want to say below you, but that look up to you as a possible mentor or can learn from you. So you can be a teacher, a peer, and then you can be a learner, a student. So I think that's a good concept to work on. If you do have friends that are not interested in some of the same things that you are, or not in the pursuit of their goals like maybe they should be, and you see that, then you want to be around them and be a mentor to them, be a teacher to them, be an inspiration to them. And when they see you start changing and doing the things that you want to do in your life, they're going to be inspired, they're going to change, they're going to be motivated, and they're going to feel like they want to better themselves just because they're around you. So it's not to say let those people go, but don't lower yourself to their level. Let them raise the bar and meet you. Because I used to have a problem with that, and we talked about this before. I would dumb myself down pretty much to be in conversation with certain people, and I had to learn that I don't need to dumb myself down. What I need to do is keep myself at the level where I'm at and let them raise the bar. Let them be inspired to raise the bar to meet me. And that's not to say that we're better than people or anything like that. It's just some people have certain interests or in a different time in their life or different area in their life, or focused on different things, and we may be focused on other things. So when it comes to communication, articulation, self-development, learning, bettering yourself, if people are not wanting to do those same things or in that time in their life, then you want to either inspire them. If you can't inspire them, then you want to leave them in your past. Let them go and do what they want to do, and you go and pursue your goals, because they're going to be a distraction to you. They're going to be sucking that energy out of you, and they're going to be holding you back. So you need to have supportive people. So talk about some of the people that you have in your life. Do you have supportive people in your life? Did you have supportive people when you were on the pursuit of your life's purpose, or did you have to do it on your own? How did the people around you affect your success?
So they, and like you said, you read a lot of the books about success. You are the sum of the 5 closest friends that you surround yourself with. And so not always do you have those people available, that are on those same planes or those same levels to help you motivate yourself. So like you said, sometimes you do have to, take back and maybe spend some more time with yourself or spend some more time on your goals, because we have a finite amount of time in a day, so obviously we would love to be able to be with everyone in the world, all the friends and stuff that we meet. But like you're saying, if you're looking and you're really aspiring to your goals, those people that you want to aspire to be like, you want to spend more time with them, the most time with them. That is not always available, because just like them, maybe they have goals that they want to achieve, so they're looking to spend more time with the people that are above them. So the time that you can get with them, you cherish that and you value that, you learn a lot from that. The people that you surround yourself with should be of like mind, and everybody around you, if you are looking to achieve your goals and attain that success, then the people that you're bringing around you should be looking to do that same thing. And you should always spend time to help somebody else. If they're struggling, give them a leg up, give them some advice, something that's been able to help you and move you forward. Now, I don't speak as though I'm an expert on life, but I speak as an expert on my life. And I always let people know this is my specific experience and this is what's helped me in the past. Maybe it'll be able to help you. Try it out for yourself. You can or you cannot take my advice. I'm not forcing it on you, but it is there for you to try. So, versa. So I think that, I've had a lot of people who have supported me in the past. And I definitely know that for me as well, you got to support yourself.
Exactly.
When you don't have those people who are in your corner or pushing you in that certain direction, you know that if you are looking to attain your goal, if no one else is in your corner, you have to be in your corner.
So it's beautiful that you said that, because that's something that I didn't touch on yet, was self-motivation. How can you maintain self-motivation?
It is, it's not for the weak-hearted. It is a grind. It's tough every day to make sure that you are on your own P's and Q's if nobody's cracking that whip, if nobody's telling you should be doing this. So you have to make it a habit. You have to force habits into your life that keep you on your path, that keep you aligned. And I think that, having that purpose is one of the largest and biggest motivators to know exactly why you're doing something, because then you know that if you're not doing that, it doesn't feel right when you try to make a choice outside of what you want to do, right, or what your truest calling is supposed to be, because you feel wrong of doing it. You say if like me, going to work every day or doing what I do, if I decide, nah, I'm just gonna, stay home, I sit home and it doesn't feel right. Right. This is not where I'm supposed to be. This is not what I'm supposed to be doing. I feel it, just in here.
Yeah. Yeah. You didn't feel comfortable.
Right. And I think that's also a part of that motivation when you start to do those things that are in that path, that are in that alignment, you begin to feel better about it. And then you build up that momentum. And that momentum, you don't want it to slow down. You don't want it to stop, so you keep hitting it hard. Right. But, to kind of talk about those days where, you might be sick. You probably didn't eat well, because we talked about that. You got to make sure that you eat well. I can't really remember the last time I legitimately got sick. I got strep throat, I think like 7 years ago. Wow. So I don't often give myself the ability to take myself out of the race just by not eating properly. Right. So that's one that I get rid of right there. And then that mental focus. What do you focus on every day? Those people that you talk about being around with that negativity and that negative energy, really those are thoughts that enter into your mind and maybe you don't pay attention to, but they bounce around in there. And if those are negative thoughts that you continually think about and you add enough of them up, those are things that you'll think about on a regular basis. And that's what makes you decide not to do something or not to try. Because if you're told that you won't be able to do this or that you can't do this, little kids, when they're young, before they know anything, they think they're invincible. They are not told that if they run out into the street, they can get hit by a car and die. So not learning that, they have no fear of running out into the street. Now, the same thing for us. If we're told that we couldn't do something on a regular basis, then we now know that's a fact that you can't do those things. And there have been many people who have proven those type of things wrong. You have people who are super successful. Oprah, I'm pretty sure, has been told for a lot of her life, because it's a black woman, to be able to go out and do the things that she's done at her age and in that time period, for sure. I'm sure that 1,000 people have told her every day that she can't do it.
Exactly. And I'm going to do another episode. So I'm happy that you said you need to pretty much develop habits. You talked about habits just now. You said that you need to force habits. Say it again. You said that you need to.
So you do things that force you along your path. So build those habits every day. And this is something that doesn't happen overnight. I think it's 30 days for you to be able to create a habit. Now, these are things that, like I said, if you're thinking about your goal and you're thinking about what you want to achieve, every day there should be something, a behavior that you should implement into your life. So one of the biggest ones for me was reading. Now, for me to pick up a book or to find an article, for me to grow within my industry or grow in my personal life or grow in, financial literacy or education, that's habitual. I make sure that, probably one of the first things I'm doing in the morning is reading something that I know will benefit me in the future or will add to that bucket of knowledge. And then, before I go to sleep, and even while I'm, downtime, maybe I'm waiting for a customer, waiting for a client, look through some articles and stuff like that. But you want to make sure that after you get those habits down, you're always adding new ones into the mix. A lot of people, during about this time, they have their resolutions and they want to make a whole dramatic change in their life. It's going to be very difficult to just shock your whole system, your whole routine, your whole person. These are years and years of habits that you develop. It doesn't matter how old you are. If you're watching this video at this point, you are anywhere from 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years in of habits that you've already designed into your person that you don't even know. And how difficult those would be to break, to try to break a 20-year habit. Something that you've done for 20 whole years. Exactly. Why wouldn't you think that you wouldn't need 20 years to break that habit?
Exactly.
So these are things that small
I think I need to invite you back
changes.
on for my conditioning episode. Because that was pretty much the basis of it. How long it took you to get conditioned. Mm-hmm. So not how long is it going to take you to get unconditioned or reconditioned. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's good.
Yeah, and making those small incremental changes, and it's just by being aware, just by paying attention to the things that you do every day, and you say, even the smallest things like, I wonder if does that affect me? Does that take time out of my day to do that? Can I be more efficient? Could I add something into my life to get me that much closer to my goal? Because that compounding effect, and that's Albert Einstein. He talked about the eighth wonder of the world is compound interest.
Okay.
That principle I apply in my life all around. Granted, I invest, and the financial aspect of it is very very visible. But at the same time, those small habits that you put into your life, and as you add to those every single day, you see those begin to grow over time. And I'm now beginning to see some of those measurable effects that have taken root in my life, and now it kind of excites me to start putting in more of those.
Right. That's awesome. So let's talk about some strategies that people can do to pursue their life's purpose and to pretty much maintain all these different aspects of success that we've talked about today. I know for me, I do meditation, I do affirmations, I do visualization techniques. I do research, I read. I'm always constantly trying to grow, better myself, and develop myself, my being. I'm a vegan, I eat healthy, I exercise, I do yoga. So I really practice what I preach, and I want you guys to incorporate these aspects into your life. And so some strategies that you can use is you can do the affirmations, you can do the meditations, you can exercise, do diets. I think one of the main things is to get a journal, and you want to write down your goals every day, every week, every month, annually, and your lifetime goals. You want to have those goals. You can do a visualization board and pretty much get pictures, statements, quotes from famous people that you like or inspirational people that you like, and just put them on that vision board, have that up in your room, and look at that every day. You want to be writing down and reading your goals every day. Even if you already have them written down, you can rewrite them, whenever you need to. But you want to make sure that you look at these goals every day. Have a daily goal, have a weekly goal, have a monthly goal, have an annual goal, and also have a lifetime goal. So what are some techniques that you use to maintain your success and to maintain the motivation to pursue your life's goals?
So like you said, those goal settings, that's a big one. You really want to have a direction. Because granted, we all have a destination that we want to get to and we want to arrive at, but at the end of the day, life may have some different things to say about that. But you want to have a direction to be moving in. So writing down those goals is essentially what is putting together that roadmap for you to get to that goal.
Exactly.
And you want to make sure that you know the more specific they are, the easier they will be to achieve. And the way that I do mine is I look at this, maybe a concept or maybe an idea, and I try to get it really specific in my mind and everything about it. And then I break it down and work backwards from there on what steps do I need to take to get there, whether it be chronologically, financially, and where do I need to be in a mental, physical state to be able to get where I want to go. That's one of the things that I do to be able to put together that mapping and create a plan on how to get there. Because you set goals, but a lot of people just set really high, lofty goals, which is great. Keep them there, maybe make them a little bit higher, but you need to know how to get there. Exactly. You have the moon up in the sky, but how are you just going to get there? You have to build the blueprint to make the spaceship. You have to have a plan to be able to get you to your destination, because without that, you're just going to be taking random steps along the way and correcting by error, rather than with a specific plan and then you make adjustments along the way. Also, discipline. Discipline is probably one of the things that I've seen that have been most crucial in my life. It definitely touches on a lot of different aspects of your life, but these things, the techniques that we're talking about, they all require discipline to enact and do. Doing is the most important part of anything that we're talking about today. Because granted, we have a lot of people watching this video, millions and millions of people, but at the end of the day, how many of them are going to take these tips, this advice, and implement them and actually take action on these things? And you want to take massive action on a large scale to be able to get you that momentum, that initial drive to begin doing these things and creating and moving forward. So that discipline is 1,000% required, because without discipline, you will slack, you will fall off course, and then to be able to get yourself back on course will be even more difficult. Trying to recorrect in a direction of momentum, and I think I because of my engineering background, there's a lot of parallels that I draw from, whether it be math or physics, and I apply them into my life. And I can see those things that they line up. Once you have, an object with momentum, it's very difficult to stop. That's called inertia. And to be able to try to recorrect in the opposite direction of that momentum is going to be, it's going to take so much more energy than in a positive direction and just making small adjustments along the way.
Right.
So discipline is definitely probably one of the things that you want to develop. There's a lot of different ways to be able to develop that momentum. I'm probably pretty fortunate. Sports definitely helps develop that discipline. You always want to make sure that you are exercising your own discipline when you have the opportunity to make a choice. If it's a choice that's difficult, just try to test yourself and see if you can make that. Because those things, as you develop those along, many years, it makes it a lot easier to say, I'm going to drink that water versus drinking a soda.
Exactly. So I love that you touched on discipline, because I think that is another main component that you need to have to be successful. Another good thing that we can do is get an accountability buddy. So what I was going to say is that writing down your goals makes you accountable. Not only writing down your goals, but after you write down your goals, what Jordan said is, write down a step-by-step action that you need to take to reach that goal. Because you can write down, like you said, a huge, lofty goal, and then you don't know how to get there. It's just writing down a goal. So you need to write down a goal, and then you need to know the strategy to get there. And I think that when you do this strategy, that you make yourself accountable, And that's a big thing with what you were saying with being disciplined is to make yourself accountable.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of us that are in sales, we know about accountability buddies.
Yeah.
So if you can't make yourself accountable, then get somebody in your field in what you're trying to pursue. Get one of your friends or somebody in your industry, whatever you're trying to pursue, and you guys partner and make them your accountability buddy. So what accountability buddy does is pretty much, if I said I'm going to wake up 9 a.m. in the morning and I'm going to do a meditation, and Jordan said he's going to wake up 9 a.m. in the morning and he's going to do a meditation, we're going to be calling each other to make sure that we're both up at 9 a.m. to do that meditation. You constantly are pretty much exchanging your goals, daily goals, monthly goals, weekly goals, and then you're making sure that your partner is accountable in reaching that goal or in doing that thing.
It's outsourcing discipline.
Pretty much, exactly. It's outsourcing discipline. So your partner is pretty much going to be your disciplinarian.
Mm-hmm.
And you are going to be your partner's disciplinary. That's why it's all about the people that you surround yourself with, because when you have these people that you can grow with, it definitely helps in pursuing your life's purpose. So I think that's going to be it for this episode. Jordan, I want to thank you for coming on and sharing your experience with us.
Thanks for having me.
And helping us with pursuing our life's purpose and, letting us know how you have been able to maintain your success, pursue your life's purpose, and reach your goals and live the life that you want to live. I thank you very much, my brother. And maybe you want to tell the people where they can find you, a little bit about the solar industry.
We got Instagram, we got Facebook, lgcypower.east. Facebook, LGCY Power. Check us out. We got a major problem on our hands. We're trying to save the polar bears. We're trying to breathe. Got to take care of the planet. We all live on it, right? We got one home. So go solar and check us out.
Right. And for me, you guys, I'm going to be posting episodes every Sunday at 10 a.m. This is my YouTube channel, so stay up with me. Be waiting for the episode Sundays at 10 a.m. _ Kelshaw _ is the Instagram. Kelshaw.Burke is the Facebook. And this is my YouTube channel. I want to thank you guys for joining me for another episode. If you were not able to get everything, go back and watch this episode. Also go back and watch my last episode, which was titled The Benefits of Living Your Life's Purpose. And then the other episode, which is what your life purpose is and how to find it. And you guys can figure out the benefits, how to find your life purpose, and how to pursue your life's purpose. I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys later. Like, rate, subscribe, comment, and stay tuned for my next episode. Bye, you guys.